All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are just doing a benchmark test today based off of what it would be like to do something on the Easy Mode Trainer online versus doing it locally on your own PC if you've got a decent graphics card, because that's what you're going to need to actually process all these epochs. So here's the deal. We're just going to go ahead and start this little timer right here, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do this. So we're going to simply just go over to this. We're going to drop our output and trainer file right here. We're going to hit OK. And you can see while that's uploading, I'll just show you my speed test is pretty much about 273 up or down, but my upload speed is about 922. So I got a gigabit internet for fiber optic and stuff like that. It's not equal on both sides, but whatever. You can see that. But once these things are completed here, all of the processing is going to be on the cloud, so it doesn't have anything to do with your internet speed. It just has to do with uploading. But we're at about 30, 40 seconds now, so let's just keep moving along. Not going to do anything crazy here. We've already got the files. We already did this. Let's go ahead and do the installation. So we do this, run anyway, and it's going to go through this. And at the bottom, it usually takes about 26 seconds for me. So just as a completed deal. Okay, so it says completed at 7 seconds. So we'll see what happens after that. I'm not going to mess with the name and the model and all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to go ahead and go over to the train. But what we are going to do is we're going to take this down to 10 epochs. Just to do that. So we are at the minute and 17 mark. So I'm just going to go ahead and stop this. And then we're going to just do the training. It'll say when it's completed, but it took about a minute and 20 to do that. Not a big deal. Now, just to give you an idea, I'm going to show you the local version of what it takes to get started. And if you already have this online, basically what you'd have to do, I'll go ahead and close this out so you can see I've got a little message over here that basically it's just kind of like where the folder is that you create. There's a whole video explaining this, but essentially these are the things that you have to do to get that window up. So let me go ahead and start that. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Anaconda. I've got this over here. I just right click, or I just, copy, come over here, right click, hit enter. Then I can either copy this right here and then right click, hit enter, and then just type in NAM, and boom, the plugin will pop up. And it pops up off the screen, but you can see 23 seconds compared to the other version. Now I'll go ahead and select my file. So I'll do the input audio. We'll do that guy, the output audio, that guy, train destination, desktop, select it, and I'm pretty much ready to go. The advanced options I will set at the 10 epochs. Okay, and now I'm done. So not a huge difference. It still takes some time to load whatever it is. So there's not a huge difference and not a big benefit from that. But it just shows you this is what you have to do to go through to get this thing to work. Now, just to break in before we're actually doing this, explain you what I'm working with. I have just built this new computer. It's an i9-13900K. So it's a 24 core. And then it's the MSI Z790 Carbon Wi-Fi. Motherboard, I've got DDR5 RAM, 128 gigs, and then the graphics card is my older 3090 that I was using on a totally different computer, but this is plenty for what we're using on this. So that's what I'm working for as far as hardware. So let's compare it against the Google Collab and see what we got. So over here, we'll come back. I think we're ready to go. All we have to do is hit this button to start training. So we'll go ahead and reset this, and it'll tell us what the thing is. So let's just go ahead and do that. Hit start. Again, we're running 10 epochs. So this is your epochs here. All right, so looks like we've got our model. It took about a minute and 10. Let's go ahead and looks like we have our model. We go to this, download, and we're good. So now we have our download. So we can open up our downloads and wherever it is. I don't know where it downloaded, but I don't really care. But the bottom line is it took about a minute and 10, 12 seconds or something to get that done. So let's go ahead and restart that. And we'll do this from here. We've already got our files, and we've got the advanced options set at the 10 epochs. And let's go ahead and see how fast. Well, let's set this there, and we'll hit train. Boom. And we've got our file right here that popped up. We just close that, and then here we go. So it's substantially faster. And then the next window that pops up, okay, it does this. There's our, our final file. Close it, and then now it's exporting our NAM file, which is right there. So you can see it's faster. It's definitely faster. How much it's faster? We'll look at the percentages and everything like that. But for the most part, you can see what a 3090 can do versus what the internet does. And again, this was just at 10 epochs. So I've done 100 epochs on this thing in probably about 5 or 6 minutes. So that's not an unreasonable amount of time. So if you want to do something at 500, it really takes about 12 or 13 minutes to do something at 500, which is a pretty high level. But I just thought you guys would want to see something like that so you can see if it's worth actually installing this onto your computer. It does make a difference if you're going to be doing these massive exports, but I found that because it can be very disappointing if it fails or it have issues, having it locally on your computer is kind of a benefit because you don't have to worry about the internet going down. You don't have to worry about little outages or any of these type of things. It's really just kind of like right here. So this is a painstakingly nerdy process, but we are the guys to pioneer this stuff. So anyways, hope this video helps. I may actually take the time to install this. The only reason I don't really want to put this on my other computer is it takes like 25-30 minutes. I don't really have an audio card on that other computer because it's really just for gaming. But I could do the processing on that card if I wanted to, just if you guys beg me to do it. But you can see the difference between this just with the 3090. So if you really want to think about it, I bet you I could do 10 epochs in about 20 seconds because it's roughly twice as fast. That's what I'd be predicting. So there you have it. Hope it works.